I'm Jonathan Fraser of Conservancy. Today I'm going to teach you how you can easily revegetate an area with native plants using willow cuttings. Now the ideal time to do this is in the fall after they've gone dormant, or in the spring just as the buds are beginning to swell before they actually pop. Step one is to find some willows. Now there are many different kinds of willows, but in general they have long narrow leaves and grow near wet areas such as rivers, wetlands. They'll have alternate buds and usually very distinct flowers that will appear before the leaves in the spring. Once you've identified your willow, you want to find some good branches. So you want branches that are at least 3 feet long and a little larger than your thumb is ideal. I find some of the most successful branches that I propagate are the ones that they're growing kind of vertically out of these old ones. Now it's time to cut your branch. I cut them at a little bit of an angle because it's easier to get into the ground. Now that you have your cuttings, you want to clean them up a bit. So you want to cut all these extra branches off toward the bottom. The more branches they have, the more water has to get distributed throughout the cutting as it's trying to grow some new roots. So we're going to cut those off. So you got a nice stake. Next you want to cut to the length you want. So usually that's about 3 to 5 feet, depending where I'm planting. If I'm planting in reed canary grass, for example, I'll cut it a little longer. Once you have your cuttings cleaned up, it's time to put them in the ground. So you want to try to get them in the ground at least a foot, but I tend to just stick them in as far as they'll go. As long as there's enough top growth that they can outcompete, say, reed canary grass, they should do okay. One important thing to consider though before you stick them in the ground is where you're putting them. You want to put them somewhere where willows are naturally going to grow. So adjacent to the waterways, as you can see over there, there's a bunch of willows growing naturally. So this is where I'm going to try to propagate some more. And then come spring, hopefully they'll root, you'll see some new leaves, and just like that, you'll have a whole new willow.